Hello. Hello. Welcome to my 30-day yoga challenge. Today is day 14. I'm Lydia, and today's practice is going to be on love. Let's just bring a little bit of self-love into the body today as we find a comfortable seat, either sat onto a block or a cushion if you prefer, or onto the heels. Find some length in the spine. So taking a few deep breaths. You want to make sure there's no blockages, so the neutral spine is stacked, the head's in line with the spine, and release some tension through the shoulders as you exhale. Make any fidgety movements if you need to with the hands or the feet. Checking in with the body. Make sure that it's comfortable before we settle in. And when you find some stillness, maybe close down the eyes if that feels good for you. We're just going to take a few breaths here. Noticing the natural inhale, exhale. That pranayama we worked on a few practices ago. Now I want you to start to bring your awareness to the heart. The heart chakra located it by the sternum. Maybe thinking of the colour green. As you bring your awareness there, bring your energy there, and just feel some heat now in the front of the body. Connecting with the feeling of love. Maybe thinking of something or someone that you love unconditionally. When you notice that feeling, I want you to bring that love into your own body now as you inhale. Bring it all in, that positivity. And as you exhale, let go of any tension or anything that's holding you back. Just breathe it all out. Inhale that feeling of unconditional love. Bring it into your own body. Maybe you think of something that you love about yourself. Maybe your body, for joining me today. And then bringing the hands to the heart center, rolling the shoulder blades back and down. Keeping the spine lifted as we take a few more breaths here. Keeping this positive energy throughout your practice. Maybe you want to bring an intention to your practice today. It can be about something or someone, or self-love to yourself. On your next inhale, let's interlock the hands. Feeling a stretch now through the fingers as we tuck the chin. Opening the back of the body, relax the head. And exhale as we reach up with the arms, feeling a nice stretch through the side body. Bring the shoulders away from the ears here. Inhale, exhale as we lower down to one side. And gently back to center. Big breath in, avoid the shoulders creeping up as we lower onto the other side. And gently release. Release the fingers and just give a little shake through the shoulders if that feels good. If you've just woken up or been sat at desk during the day, just try and think about warming up and loosening off the shoulders. Really nice. Bringing the body now round to all fours. So we're going to bring the knees underneath the hips, the hands underneath the shoulders, and let's just work through a couple of rotations here. Just warming up the body. See how this feels in your hips. Gently releasing some tension through the wrists as we bring some weight over onto the fingertips. And exhale, let's work the other way. And then bringing the hips back into your child pose. Let's settle in here. This is a nice, restorative, comfortable pose. Relaxing the hips down towards the heels. And if you don't find this comfortable, that's absolutely fine. You can adjust it to your own body. Maybe you bring the knees wider, or you can always bring the arms either side of the legs. Holding for 2 more breaths. Checking in. Maybe you rock side to side. And on the next inhale, let's bring it up to all fours. Find and lengthen the spine. As we tuck the toes, lift the hips into your first down dog. The hips are high, lengthen through your lower back. Relax the head. Maybe you exhale and exaggerate through the mouth, lion's breath. And inhale as we tuck the tailbone, float the body forwards into your high plank. Engage the tummy muscles, squeeze your glutes and really press up through your fingertips. From here, control the knees down, bend into your arms as we lower the chest down onto the mat. Inhale as we spread the fingers, Sphinx pose. Opening the heart, shoulders come away from the ears. Feel some length in the body now. Maybe you press through the fingertips, activate the glutes, and on your next exhale, let's ripple through the spine, bringing the chest down onto the mat. As the hands come underneath the shoulders, we're going to push up onto your knees, find tabletop, tuck the toes, find your down dog, step, hop or jump, feet to hands, looking for your forward fold, shaking out the shoulders. Slowly roll up through the spine, finding your strong Tadasana mountain pose. Spread the toes. We're going to engage the front of the body, really lengthen the back of the body as we open the chest. The heart's lifted towards the sky. Maybe you lift the head. Big breath in as we reach the arms up. Exhale as you bring the palms together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to floor, step or jump. Your chaturanga. Inhale as we bend the arms, pull through to your cobra. Bend the elbows here if you need to, or lengthen. Engage the thighs and let's lift into your downward facing dog. The hips are high. Find that same position with the spine. The head relaxes through the gap. We have 3 breaths here. And if you would like to choose child pose, then lower the knees and do so. We're now going to work on opening the hips. Inhale as you reach up with your right leg, 3-legged dog. We're going to bend into the knee here and feel the hips open and lengthen. If you can, keep the shoulders square, and we're going to look under your left elbow to look for your right foot. Taking some deep breaths. And on your next exhale, let's square up the hips, 3-legged dog. Bring that leg all the way through. High lunge. Inhale as we reach the arms up. Open the chest as we bend into the knees, bend into the arms, cactus arms. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the legs, lengthen the arms. Bend as you exhale and let go. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Open the chest. Last one. And release and let go. Ground in the hands either side of that front foot. We're going to shoot this front foot back to 3-legged dog. So where we just came from, lift that right leg high. Really nice. Inhale as you bring that knee to tap your nose. I want you to feel a crunch. Exhale, lift it back to 3-legged dog. From here, slowly lower that right knee all the way down. So the knee now comes underneath your right hip. We're going to push up through the fingertips. Let's extend your left leg. The foot's in line with your hip. 2 more breaths. Maybe you reach up with your right arm. And on your next exhale, let's lower the hand and knee. Finding all fours. Ground in the body. Maybe we bring it back into another child pose. Relax the head. Maybe you rock side to side. Feeling the heart open now as we find your puppy pose. We've done this one before. So the knees come underneath the hips. We're going to ground the elbows and imagine they're squeezing towards each other through the floor. Spread the palms. Lift and lengthen through the spine. The hips stay up. If this is feeling good, breathe into the space. It's a full body experience. Keep pressing into your toes so you're grounding the legs. If you would like to intensify this stretch, walk the hands out in front of you. The shoulders come away from the ears and sink into this full puppy pose. Either chin on the floor or forehead. Depends how the upper neck feels. Wherever you are, hold for 2 more breaths. Breathing into that heart space. Maybe you think of the colour green. And on your next exhale, let's slowly ripple through to your Sphinx. Lifting the chest, lowering the hips as we open the heart. Shoulders come away from the ears and push up through your fingertips. Exhale, let's lower it down. Hands come underneath your shoulders, so you can either push up onto your knees or tuck the toes. Let's find high plank. Nice strong core. Lift the hips into your down dog. Step, hop or jump feet to hands. Relax the head and let's roll it up through your spine, leaving the head last. Bringing the toes together. Inhale as we reach the arms up. Bringing the palms together. Forward fold. Find your halfway lift. Hands to floor. Step, hop or jump. Inhale as we pull through to your cobra. Exhale as you lift the hips into your down dog. 3 breaths. Exhale, release. Maybe you lower into your child pose. Keeping the hips high if you're in your down dog. Working into 3-legged dog. Lift that left leg high. Bend into the knee. Feel the hips open here. Look for your left foot under your right shoulder. And on your next exhale, let's square up the hips. Bring that leg all the way through into your high lunge. Inhale, let's reach the arms up. Exhale, bend into your knee, bend into your elbows. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. One more. Relaxing all the way down. Hands either side of that front leg. We're going to shoot this leg back to 3-legged dog. Nice and strong. Exhale as you bring that knee to find a crunch, high plank, and back to 3-legged dog. Lowering this knee now all the way down on the floor so it comes in line with your hip. Lift and extend your right leg. Keep the hips square. Maybe we reach up with your left arm. And on your next exhale, let's slowly lower it down, bringing the hips back into your child pose. Relax the head. Gently rocking side to side if that feels good. Coming into another puppy as we look forwards, spreading the palms, lifting the hips and really opening up that heart space. Shoulders come away from the ears and the hips stay high. Lengthening the spine. Maybe you lengthen the arms a little bit more this time. Hold in for another 2 breaths. And on your next exhale, let's swim it through. Nice and controlled into your Sphinx pose, mini back bend. Lengthening through the lower back as we lift up. Shoulders away from the ears. Let's hold it here for another 3 breaths. Staying in control of your breath. Maybe you close down the eyes. And on your next exhale, let's ripple it down. Nice and controlled. The hands come under your shoulders. Let's push up onto your toes and find your high plank. Keeping it strong. 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, let's lower the knees down. We're now going to bring your right foot outside of your right hand, nice and controlled. Ground that front foot. We're going to work through some low runner lunges. Really lengthen that front leg as we sit back. Control it as you pull forwards. Maybe you come up onto the fingertips and keep the shoulders away from the ears. Bringing the toes towards you as you sit back, really opening up the hips. From here, find your low lunge, nice and light on your left fingertips as we reach up with your right arm. Open the chest, looking over your right shoulder. Maybe you work through your wrist. You can either stay here if this feels good or reach for your back foot. Coming into a nice open twist now. Try and stay light on this left hand. Don't sink into the wrist. Keep opening and lengthening through the chest. And on your next exhale, let's release the foot, windmill that arm back. Finding lizard lunge. Either stay here or lower down onto the elbows. Holding for another 5 breaths. Feeling some tension release through that left side. Relax the shoulders. Feel the legs become very heavy. And on your next exhale, let's bring it up. Ground in the hands. Extend your back leg. And we're going to try and shoot this front foot back into your high plank. Strong. Squeeze and hold. 2 more breaths. Feel the tension in the front of the body. And on your next exhale, let's lower the knees down. Gently bring the hips back. We're going to walk the hands all the way back now as we find some length in the spine. Inhale as we bring your hands together behind the back. Big breath in, gentle forward fold as we exhale. Bring the hands up as far as feels comfortable. Notice the belly touches the thighs. Maybe the forehead lowers. And exhale as we slowly bring it up, feeling some tension release through the shoulders. Keeping the hands together as we open the chest now, relaxing the head. And gently release, working through the shoulders. Ground in the hands, bringing that left foot now outside of your left hand. Really relax into that right hip. Maybe you come up onto the fingertips, really lengthen the spine here. As you exhale, let's sit it back, lengthen that front leg. Inhale, bring it forward. See how it feels on this side for you. Bringing the body forwards now. Try and stay nice and light on that right hand. Big reach up with your left arm as we twist. Either stay here if this feels good or reach for that right foot. Keep looking over your left shoulder. 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, let's windmill that arm all the way around. Ground the hands, extend your back leg. And let's do it again. Bring that front foot back, high plank. Hold in for another 2 breaths. And slowly lower the knees. Let's bring the body round now onto the back. Controlling it through your spine as we round the spine. We're going to bring the palms upwards, 10-second lower. 9, 8, 7, really slowly. I want you to feel the lower back press down onto the mat. 3, 2, 1. Hold this crunch. Feel some tension now through the front of the body. 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, let's slowly release, relaxing the shoulders down. Maybe you lengthen the legs. And on your next pose, we're going to work through a glute bridge. So bending into the knees, let's tuck the tailbone, lift the hips. Find a back bend here. So we're going to interlock the hands, roll the shoulder blades back and down to open up the chest. Ground through the heels. If you can, lengthen through the lower back. So you really lift the hips, opening up the front of the body. Engage the inner thighs. Breathe into the belly and feel the front of the body lengthen. Inhale, try and feel that feeling of love. Notice how good this pose feels. And release as you exhale, untying the hands, slowly lower through your spine. Let's hug into the knees, round in the spine now as you bring the head up. Give yourself a little hug. And then slowly lower the legs, bringing the soles of the feet together. As we bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. Notice how that bottom hand lifts as you breathe in. Reconnecting with the breath. Feeling the legs become very heavy as you exhale. Feeling the whole body now begin to calm and relax. And then in your own time, lengthening the legs out into your final neutral pose, corpse pose. The most important pose, especially if you're feeling stressed or overworked, it's a good chance to give the body some time to lie and be still. Realigning all of the chakras and the spine, bringing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Really easy way to get that flow in of the breath. And just bring your mind now to that intention maybe you had at the start of your practice today. And bringing that self-love into your own self. We're going to finish by rubbing the hands together just above your chest, creating a little bit of energy now through the palms. Feeling the hands become warm. And then just gently lower the hands onto your chest. And if you have time, feel free to stay here a moment longer. But if you're ready to start little movements, we'll just begin with the fingers and the toes. Working on waking the body up as we bend into the knees, maybe roll onto one side, and use the hands to bring the body up to a comfortable seat. Either sitting onto the heels or cross-legged, lengthening through the spine like we did at the start, and you can bring the palms together. Notice how you feel. And try and keep this positivity throughout your day. Hope you have a lovely day. Namaste.